simple. If they come up real difficult, make it simple. Whatever.
Nick, where was that? Do you have the demo site open?
He had it open earlier. Do you have the demo site open on this?
Yeah, it was. I might have closed
There it is.
Train.com.
Hey, the screen's not sharing.
Oh.
Or it's on extend instead of duplicate.
Do you want to sit here closer?
Yeah,
means you drive more than anything. Okay. How's everybody doing? Yeah? How was lunch?
Great.
Yeah? Enjoyed the lunch? Good. Hopefully you'll get a chance to see the factory over there and have a chance. If you have any questions, feel free to ask any of us. We'll be happy to show you around. Anyway, getting back to our presentation from earlier, we were telling you about how do we handle cases when you have a problem at your plant. So what we're going to try to do here now is kind of walk through a real life case. It was a little difficult showing you over there on the slides, what we were actually doing. But this will be more the hands-on kind of thing. So Jeremy and Nick here will kind of walk us through what happens. So does anybody have an idea of a problem that they had at their plant at one point that would like to put it up for grabs here, and then we'll walk through the process.
So the scenario, somebody's like calling into you guys.
Yeah.
And this is what you do.
Yeah. So to answer your question from before, we probably weren't real clear. Someday, through the Water Expert app, which is a portal into the CRM, our CRM, what we call the Customer Relation Management System, you might be in the future, not now, in the future, can say, I have a problem in my plant and this is what it is. And you might even pick out, hey, it has to do with the permeate pumps. And then we'll see it in the system, and then we'll take it from there, as to what our next step is and build the database from that. Today, you have to call in on the equip line, okay? So it's all kind of an evolving thing right now. It's all kind of new. We're still learning all the ins and outs about how to do it. But it is now available to us, and the more that we use it, the faster we're going to learn. And as we learn these things and we build the database, the fishbone no longer is that static fishbone anymore. It's going to be changing, right? Because what we're going to hear for the same failure, that the resolution is something different, maybe in the northeastern part of the country and different from the southeastern, or they may be the same, and or the time it takes to go ahead and find these things out, so that other guy knows what to do. Okay. Anyway, enough about that. Does somebody have a?
Yeah. Does anyone have an OV plant here? You do. Which plant is yours? Yeah.
Okay. So what? Say it loud.
Yeah. So he has Yakima, city of Yakima.
It's YAKA, right?
Yakima. Okay. All right.
So in our system, we already have Yakima already built up. We know right now, real quick, we got a memTAD there. We also have a microblocks unit. The microblocks hasn't been added to the system yet, but we can. So if you scroll down, right here, you can put in the equipment. What kind of equipment that you have, if you scroll down a little further. So right here, product.
Oh, yeah.
Microblock?
No, it's not microblock.
Oh, it's an MBR?
It's MBR. Kenny, is that you? I know Kenny, actually. Thanks for coming.
Oh, because that's on.
Yeah. So we had to keep it a little bit flexible because there's some historical stuff that we don't know what's out there right now.
Actually, we have a CRM on Yakima, a real one.
You're talking about Water Expert stuff?
What I'm saying is in the actual system, we actually have a real Yakima.
Oh yeah, right here.
Okay, go ahead.
And this is also our training environment, so it doesn't have everything up to date. It's just defaulting because that's only one. We're just going to do memtad. So we'll put in the product that it is, and then what's a problem that you guys have had in the past? Just one random thing, yeah. They're good to go. How about it? That's awesome.
Oh, the mold, yeah. Drop down
Okay, sweet.
A temp drop.
we're getting down to 1 degree.
Any alarms or anything like that going on?
Yes.
So what?
We do a lot of
Okay.
chemical.
So that's kind of
About 4.5.
okay. So our goal on our side is to hear what you have to say, throw it in the system. We can be anybody. We don't have to know your system on our side for whoever's answering the phone. We just want to log as much information that you guys are providing us, so the guy that does get it, our experts, they'll know what you told us essentially. And we can categorize this low perm, probably.
So that'd be process.
Perform. We'll throw in process here, and we'll add let's say Jeremy here as the case owner. So when we throw this in, it'll notify Jeremy, hey, you got something going on. You need to follow up with the plant and see if we can figure out what's going on. Oh, it's herb title.
Well, it's already happening.
Right. So without the phone call, how far?
Oh,
So that's a good question. Probably by maybe the end of this year, we got a lot of new initiatives that we're pushing out. And as we start out, the more feedback we get, the more things we're adding and putting on our queue and prioritizing. For me, a call is always nice. You know, like the priority of it. In emergencies, you want to talk to somebody, right? And in the system, in Water Expert, we'll have a support contact number. So you'll have it right there in the app. You just push a button, what piece of equipment, who it is to talk to. So we created this case. Let's give it to you.
All right.
We got a distorted view too. There we go.
sorry about the stream. It's a little bit hard to see.
Yeah,
but,
it's got a.
Yeah.
You go online, I'm assuming all the operators are going to click the dirt. So how are you going to filter the priority?
So that's a good question. We have kind of a drop down that will say, is this affecting performance? How much is it affecting performance? Is it shutting me down? So we kind of have like a drop down set thing. If it's a shutdown, obviously you're going to the top of the list, right? Or if it severely affects performance. Yeah, and you'll get that anywhere. And our guys will also know based on the description of what you guys called in. But I worked in IT for like 4 years, and during that time frame, hey, my monitor's off, high priority, and it's like it flickers or something, you know. So you just, as you go, you start learning.
Okay. So here we are in the case that was, just described to us. What you'll also know, you'll be able to notice is in the case details, it will give you some background information. So it's telling you that it's the Yakima Nation account. And here we have our resolution tab. So to find the root cause, what we're trying to do, if you notice, is these are past resolutions to the low permeability issue. So what you'll see here is at one plant, it doesn't have to be Yakima. Any plant in the country someone found that adjusting your pH helps this. Someone else found a CIP
This
schedule.
is just a heads up. This is our training environment. All the data in here is
Yeah.
like fake data.
Yeah, exactly.
But this kind of goes to that live fishbone. The more times we find a resolution for that observed call, that's where we start getting this tie. With those number one, the more resolution, it'll start incrementing the count of that, and it'll start moving it to the top of our list. So we'll have a quick reference of what have we done to solve this problem in the past.
Yeah.
So that way we don't have to go through and sequentially try this troubleshooting process. We can start from the most common and work down.
All right, so yeah, this is where we're seeing this specific resolution, and what it allows you to do is go view that case that happened before, and where's that?
That would
Is there
be
a
it.
link to the
It's all-
case?
It would give you the resolution stuff.
Okay.
Training environment, there's no
So-
data. Let's go to that other one. It's going to be a little more descriptive. Somebody
Yeah.
brought up a good point too during the meetings earlier. How are we going to be able to track times? How long it takes us to close cases? That's a really important question, and it's hard to give like a solid answer to, because every case is different. I mean, you got something back ordered, the part's back ordered, whatever it is, it's case by case. So what we're going to do is we're going to group the categories, what you guys call in with, what the category is, and then give a time on that. With this with this problem that you've called in, it takes us on average to take care of this particular type of problem. And that probably will give you a better estimate for you guys. Go to the second one down, deviation.
Oh yeah, I see.
Yeah.
So we're gonna jump over to a different case that has more data like put into it already. It's more filled out. So this specific one, it's an example, but a plant was having a flow deviation alarm. And as this has happened before, what you can start doing is add attachments onto the problem that you run into. So you can add an attachment such as
videos, pictures, videos of what I did to solve the problem. And maybe at one point we can provide that to you on Water Expert, so that way you have it. What did they do? Let's save some time and see if we can troubleshoot it ourselves.
Oh, okay. So here's like, say, a fishbone for this exact problem. It gives us a quick access right to the fishbone for that. And you can use the fishbone for that troubleshooting, but what you also have, like we were showing before, in the resolutions tab, you can hop to there and see what a past resolution was for, say, this exact problem.
Okay, I'm going to hit one more thing real quick, and we can talk about some questions, or if you guys got something else you want to chat about. If we go to our products, and we go to microblocks, you want to throw it in real quick?
Yeah.
We have these charts that we're building per product. So the microblocks, the conventional MBR, carousel, that will give us Pareto, so we have a quick view to see what the common problems are, what we can do on the mechanical side or the development side to improve our process, so this becomes less frequent of an issue.
Where's our...
The cases, and then at the very bottom, right here. So again, we got a distorted screen, kind of squished it together on us, but 10 minutes. So these Pareto charts, if you hover over it, right there, can't really see it, but it's saying like this is a mechanical issue, this is a membrane issue. So our guys, our engineers, can help improve our process.
It's already maximized.
Yeah, there's nothing we can do about it. Do you guys have any questions for us? Like maybe?
No.
So let's say the scenario we threw up there, it actually hits the bar, TMP, right?
Okay.
Inverse, are you guys going to contact Getty and say, okay, like assume that it depends on the application. Maybe you have to go on and get information from the CRM. Maybe you're not. You need to contact them and start the process without.
Yeah, this doesn't change the relationship that the tech support person has with the operator.
Okay.
So this is just a way so we can capture all the data. When you call in, and if you have a file that you'd like to tell us, you know, I've been watching the TMP now for two weeks, and I have you know, some data to show you. And look at this downward trend. You can give it to him; he can put it in here. See? And that way, if he doesn't solve the problem right away, and he needs to escalate it to somebody in engineering, it's all there. It's all he has to do is escalate to somebody, so that way they can get on it and come back with recommendations. But he's going to be in touch with the operator through all the steps, because that operator needs to know what are you going to be doing, when you're coming, who's going to do the work, blah, blah, blah. So this doesn't really change the relationship. It's not about picking up the phone and listening to, you know, some automated voice. That's not that at all. So
I think to kind of hit on this as well, with the trending charts that we have connected with the E1, we can set up alerts, and with those alerts, we could set it up so it contacts us. Hey, this alert just hit, we should reach out and say, hey, let's predictive instead of reactive, right?
And what this also helps us do is when we get what turn into common failures throughout the country, throughout all the plants with whatever equipment you're running, we have a larger sample size. So if, say, we have solenoids failing at random places, you know, maybe yours aren't failing right now, but this plant has had it, 3 other plants have had it, we could send out, like, say, tech support notices and let you know, hey, you know, you might want to proactively change out the component before you run into any trouble with it. What's that? Exactly.
So maybe one thing that's making maybe a little bit different, there's a couple of aspects to this system in whole. What we were talking here about is the actual case management, meaning fixing the problem. But another part of this system, the CRM, is the monitoring of the plant. Could we show? There you go. Just got one up.
Yeah, this is actually that unit, or that skid unit right over there. They have sensors attached to it right now. These tags are updating every second from what's going on right there. Let's go to like a 15-minute view, and you can kind of see the pattern of it. So when we see a spike like this, we could get an alert and also set up an alert for you guys that says, hey, there's something going on. And send a video or send a phone call out to you.
Yeah, you can take a picture of the issue that you're seeing right there, or even a video. Say it's a noise or a vibration, something, the piping's rocking because of the excess vibration. Say you have air entrainment in the pump. Now you hear something that sounds like rocks inside your pump. And, you know, say it's a less experienced technician, hasn't come across this yet. They can send video, write, you know, and add that into whatever case is going on. It's just a way to decrease troubleshooting time and decrease downtime. Okay.
Cool.
So there's a couple aspects to it, okay? There's the aspect of monitoring the plant, and through Water Expert as well, you can monitor your charts and things like that. Helps you manage the plant. But when you have a problem, then we go into this whole thing about what's the problem, you know, what does it fit under, and all the data comes together. That way we can solve your problem in a quick manner.
So with each one of these events in CRM, you start to profile and catalog all these problems. Are you going to have like associated replacement part numbers? All that stuff's going to be there.
So
Make everything.
Our long-term vision is yes. Right now it's not. We don't have that granularity yet. We're shooting for it.
So we're going down to like pump and blower models, you know,
and
not
serial
down
numbers,
to
the bolts.
Yeah, exactly. Not down to exact.
But that's
yeah,
that's something that we need feedback from you guys. Hey, is this something that we want? Do I want to be able to see like an inventory list saying I need this washer? I mean, if there's the value there and and it's usable, maybe it might be something to look into building.
So compared to Kenny pulling out the O&M.
Yeah.
Maybe just digitize this on Water Expert. Instead of him pulling that out, copying and send it, this whole transpires, it takes 2 days. to get a quote to do it.
Yeah, and O&Ms are thrown into Water Expert as is, and CRM. So we should have the O&M based on your guys' file right away, real quick. The PDF version.
So right now, the O&M goes in as a PDF for now.
Yeah.
But as we develop the system, it will have the major subsystems. So, here's the MBR, right? Ovivo MBR. Major subsystems, membrane, permeate pump,
Blower.
flow meters, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So we'll have those major ones as attributes underneath that big thing. Okay. In addition to, and starting now, we're actually going to put the IOM in here, and it should be available to you as well, electronically through Water Expert, to be able to look this thing up. Well, what pump do I exactly have, and the actual pump curve and the whole 9 yards. That way you can, at least today, talk intelligently. This is what I want replace this or that. But going forward, then it'll be kind of automated in the sense it's an attribute. Yes. Now,
Just changed it on.
can you tell a little bit about?
I'm sorry, what was the
how's
question?
Water Expert.
So we have to build it up on the Ovivo side.
They can add in attachments, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You could add if you have PDF files of all of your documentation, your P&IDs, say your blower manual, those all commonly come in PDF format. You can add them in the attachments and have it as a quick reference for you.
So this, yeah. So we have a.
You can.
So CRM is our
Anyone
internal application to build up your plant. And if your plant's in our CRM system, we can share it over to Water Expert for you guys. It's
Just like
Dave,
3 minutes.
Dave Williams over in the other room is going
Okay.
to be covering that a little bit more thoroughly, though.
Yeah, you'll get more input on the
There's
Water
gonna be,
Expert, how it works and all that kind of stuff. But think of it this way: we have the CRM, and Water Expert is a portal into the CRM. So it comes in and looks at certain things. Okay.
You guys see Water Expert, we see CRM.
What's the password?
Zero.
It's like Ovivo, but it's got like 0, V1, V0.
Yeah. It's gonna bring up the water expert.
Oh,
Zero. I don't know if it's a capital. Where's Brett?
I don't know what the.
Oh.
you got it there?
Okay.
Did anyone else see this? It's not just me. Okay. It's
Wow.
going to be 10 minutes in 2 minutes, so don't worry.
By the way, can you guys hear? Because I'm having a hard time.
Yeah,
hearing.
I would go over this a little more thoroughly, but I think Dave's gonna probably give you everything you need. All right.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, if you guys don't have any questions.